Edward here from erviewer.com. I have another video for you. This is another example of my never-ending pursuit for the access point where these inputs become available from what Ingo Swann terms the psychic nucleus, the ESP core, the second reality, and my interest in these specific types of cells within the body, the glial cells, that Dr. Persinger is theorizing may be the carrier of these input signals. These glial cells not only surround the nervous system, the strains of the nervous system, but also the neurons in the brain, the connective tissues in the brain. And if these glial cells are being infused with these or illuminated with these second reality inputs, that may be how we are experiencing them both in the nervous system and also recording or objectifying the hard type of raw sensory type of things, ideas and that type of thing. But I'm also interested in how we actually experience these points in time and space, or these targets. And I'm wondering, and I'm curious, that if these glial cells not only are surrounding the neurons in our brain and possibly transmitting or being infused with these inputs, but also the nervous system also being infused with these inputs as well, and allowing us to feel and experience as if we're actually at these locations, at these particular points in time and space. And that's what I'm really curious about right now. I don't know, but I'm continuing to experiment and search to see if I can experience these things. The target for this experiment, again, all online targets, completely blind. I have no idea what the target is, and they're safe targets, like I was saying. They're not weird, freaky things, murderers or anything like that. These are safe targets that I can allow myself to relax into and feel around. The target was the El Chorro Gorge, a area in Spain, in the mountains of Spain, an old village there, famous for these pathways that they have along the inside of the gorge, and a bridge connecting the two. They've also tunneled through the mountain, and they have a train going through there, and all these things are happening in this little area. The old church there, and all kinds of things. A lot of the shape forms I was getting and idea generations that I was getting were very good as far as being able to verify them at this location. But what I'm most interested in is experiencing what type of what is happening if it's in my own glial cells and they are being illuminated with these inputs. I want to experience them, and also not just pinpointing specific areas, but experiencing the entire location at once. And that's kind of something that I'm really interested in right now, and I feel that that is what took place in this particular experiment. I was perceiving or experiencing the entire site all at once, and then kind of moving around to describe various shapes and ideas and this type of thing, which was very interesting to me. A very interesting experience. This is what I'm after: is if the glial cells are being infused and illuminated with these, as Ingo was looking at, is this kind of holographic interpenetration of light spectrums, then I'm interested in experiencing if these glial cells are then interpenetrated and being illuminated with these holographic inputs. And that's what I wanted to experience in this session, and I feel that's what I did experience. As the feedback did show me that at least a majority of what I was writing down or perceiving and objectifying was actually within this location. So I would say that inputs were obtained, correct inputs were obtained, but I'm interested in how my body is almost as if the illumination factor is tangible, and that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm wanting to experience, and that's what I was wanting to experience in this session, and I feel that I did. So that's where I'm at right now with this. I hope you find this interesting. I find it absolutely fascinating in my never-ending and continued pursuit of the access point, how we obtain these things, how is it possible that we can select these things, and all of these questions that I have, that some things that I feel are sometimes taken for granted in our remote viewing learning and pursuits and all these things. I'm not taking them for granted. I want to go in and explore them in depth. I want to explore all of the mental processes that I can identify and go in and do session after session of just exploring those things, just exploring memory comparison, or just exploring the idea of the glial cells being infused with these inputs, and just focus specifically on these things over and over and over again, and documenting them and trying to experience them as much as I can, and having them caught on film. So I hope you find that interesting as well, and many more to come. Here, and I want to see if I can experience the inputs. I want to see if I can experience the inputs interpenetrating my glial cells. That's what I want to. That's what I want to. That's my attempt here. That is my attempt. Okay. Two, 5, 2. Round, flat, tubular, large, open, dense, silver. Getting a random thought here of a bench. It's either a random thought or unimpeded. 2, 5, 2, 1. Curving, wide, open, dense, moving, winding, flat. Another random thought of a car. Flat, dense, inside, above, again moving. Pretty good sensory dumps here. Angular, metallic. I'm getting this kind of image in my mind of like a graded area. You know, kind of graded, like a fence or something like that. Fence, like fence-ish or something like that. Open, down, bound. This is idea here, idea generation here. Connected, something connected. That's in the idea generation part. Something that is connected to something else. White, silver, open, pinging sounds, pinging, high-pitched sounds. Deep, dense, chalky, that's could be a random thought here. Disposal. Disposal. I don't know, that's a random thought or whatever. Bringing in memory comparisons here, like a junkyard. That guy's like piles of things. This in the idea here, piles. Piles of things. Kind of like that. Piles of things. Heavy. That's how I feel. That's what I'm feeling, like heaviness. Heaviness. I don't want to go too far over here. Heaviness, like something on top. I'm feeling like the inputs are interpenetrating with my glial cells. Coming through as feeling of heavy, something heavy. Something heavy. What else? 25, 21. 25, 21. Curved. This could be a random thought here. Lightning. Lightning. That feels like it could be like a comparator, like a low pressure system. You know, these layers, these kind of silver, dense, curved. It's kind of like blanketing over. Like that. Some kind of graded thing in there somewhere. Kind of shape form. I feel big, waves or clouds, smoke, those kind of things, some kind of covering an area. Okay, this is just one element here. Expansive. Alright, let me try another contact here. See what else is going on. 2521. 2521. Inside. Above. Tubular. This idea next to something connected next to. What does that mean? Next to, beside, connected, grid, what else? Next to, side by side. Side by side. Two things next to. Next to. Green, blue, white, shadow, shadow here, in between. What else am I feeling? What else am I feeling with this? This random thought here, blessed. This is giving me memory comparisons here of something religious, like a statue or something, religious statue. Blessed, that could be unimpeded. Stony. I feel like there's right in this space here. Right here, right in between. There's two. Feels like I'm in between something here. And so I can feel like I'm in between. In between. There's two things. Some kind of space here. I feel like I'm in the space, like I can opening. There's an opening. That's how I feel. I feel like there's an opening between these things, and there's a space, and I feel like I'm in that space. space. What does that mean? Could be buildings, and two things. Could be life forms. Man-made in this, in that. I still feel that. Glassy, smooth, edged. I'm getting more random thoughts here. Wine. Inside. I feel like I'm inside someplace. Inside. I'm inside. I feel like I'm inside someplace. Inside. Like an event. Inside. With people. Some, inside. I'm getting this image in my mind like I'm inside a church. That kind of feeling. It has that kind of belief system feel. That kind of belief system feel to it. I feel like there are people around, people coming up to me. People coming up to me. They're walking past. Walking past, walking around. Inside, like in a... This is just an idea, like in a circle. It's an idea. If these are unimpeded, the inputs have interpenetrated my glial cells, and my body is experiencing that. Inside, people around me. Active. Feels active. Almost like I gotta kind of get out of the way, kind of feel. That kind of thing. Get out of the way. Duck for cover. People. Alright. That's it for this. Alright. First experience like this blanket kind of feel, and that's my comparison processes. So what does that? Well, waves do that, clouds do that, smoke does that, that kind of thing. So there's that feel, like some canopy, that kind of thing, that kind of feel. And then I feel like I'm inside somewhere, and there are people moving past me, There are life forms moving past me, moving around me, active. And if there's this either inside of something or in between things, in between something, and there, with this activity around. Low pressure system lightning, those are like the ideas of this clouds. It's like a pressure. There's like a pressure. People running past. They're moving past.